My sister had sent me a picture of when she couldn't have been 3 or 4. I was maybe just a little bit older, but my parents had taken us for maybe a treat. Maybe it was a birthday, but it was a treat meal at the Golden Fox on Highway 169 in beautiful Belle Plaine, Minnesota. And that was our thing. Maybe once or twice a year, we'd get treated by being able to go to a lavish dinner where my parents could each smoke a half a pack of cigarettes while waiting for their meal at the Golden Fox.
What a dream.
I just remember the salad bar was pimping.
Yep.
And my mom would always get me a coffee cup of croutons to keep me quiet because when you're a fat kid, that's all you do is you eat carbs. And so I thought, well, where did your parents take you as a very special treat? And I love that, our show is on, in several different markets. And we're getting all this feedback from all over the Midwest as far as like places that you got to go as a treat. You want to hit some of these texts?
Yeah, Stacy says the Rainbow Lodge in Sauk Center, and it's still open today. The best part about it, her grandma and grandpa work there.
Whoa.
As well. So go in there and say, hey, who's Stacy's grandma and grandpa? Burger Time was texted in. Eric says, my grandmother, God rest her soul, would bring us to Old Country Buffet and always steal the silverware. That's probably why they went out of business. But a good buffet at my heart.
Why isn't we just laugh at grandparents when they become thieves?
I know. And like the Sizzler, when we lived in Guam, that was like the big night out. And then you'd go and I'd get the really tiny diced ham from the salad bar. And that's all I would eat. And I'd put it on every prong of my fork. Last day of school, says Lori, our bus driver, would treat us to Dairy Queen in Sauk Center. That is an awesome bus. My bus driver, Darlene, wouldn't even dream of doing that. So, that's
Jessica, you were a kid and the treat spot was where?
Bonanza. I feel like a lot of people in this area can relate. I miss that place so much.
I hear that often.
I went there.
And you know who doesn't want to hear it? The owners of Bonanza that had to close down. Every owner that has to close their store, they don't want to hear you say, oh, I was going to go there the other day, but I
ran. The problem is people only go once a year. You know what I mean? It's hard to keep a business open when you only got people flooding in there once a year.
That is just one of those nostalgic places, though, that my parents took me from when I was a little baby. Like, I have pictures of myself hoisted up in those little chairs eating Jell-O, because Jell-O was my favorite thing.
That is so cute.
Yeah, it's so sad that they closed.
I'd only been to Bonanza a couple of times. They have a really good soft serve there, too, right? Didn't they have the machines that, like, you could get a big sundae at the end?
Name a buffet that's still around. Like, I
OCB?
guess... OCB where?
Well, they're all over. I mean, maybe not in the town that you're listening from.
Not really near us, but like Derek has this thing about what's another big one where tell me.
I don't know. I don't go to buffets.
Golden Corral.
Oh, Golden Corral,
so
yeah.
His whole thing
that's like Bonanza. I think they're like the same franchise, aren't
He's
they?
only gone there once, and he always, like, for his birthday, he'll bring it up. For Father's Day, he'll bring it up, and I've never made it happen.
Oh.
I know. So maybe this year.
Jessica, there's got to be a Bonanza open like within 3 hours of driving. You just got to go back there for the nostalgia.
I honestly thought that they were a local company, but yeah, I'll have to look that up.
They're nationwide. I think it's Bonanza and it's kind of like Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. They're kind of the same thing, but in different parts of the country. So thanks, Jess. Appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you.
Have a great morning. Yeah. Josh, how are you, bud?
Good. How are you?
Good. You go back down memory lane, and when Mom and Dad were going to get you that special treat, where'd you go?
So I'm originally from Iowa. So part of the southeast part of Iowa. It was the skating rink, we called it back then.
The what?
I know up here it's called Skating Place.
Oh, gotcha.
Skating rink, yeah.
So we had a big old skating rink, and for your birthday, you get like this little trophy with your name on it and like a little skate on it.
Yeah.
So it'd be a big old birthday party, and it's now a church, but it's no longer there. So when I go take my kids to the one here, the Skating Place, it just brings back memories of when I was a kid skating.
So you're from Iowa, and so you probably had the first. And I remember I worked like about a year in Iowa, and that was the first time I was introduced to the Pizza Ranch. I was
ready to say that.
Yep, somehow I was just starting my radio career, and I got to do the Midwestern voice for all the pizza ranches. And
what a gig.
Yeah, it was a great gig because it was the first time I'd gotten like a gig where I got paid just to do the commercial because it was going to be on in like 50 different radio markets across the Midwest. And we had one little pizza ranch in Knoxville, Iowa.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just for that one. And they're like, oh, they're going to pay you this amount of money. I'm like, I've never seen that kind of money before. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, they're all over the place. It's going to be broadcasting everywhere. And I was like, wait, there's pizza ranches all over the place?
Yeah.
It's
Made
it's,
it.
it's like when you realize the TV isn't on just for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like everybody
there's
else is
one
watching.
What's
There's
that?
one in Oskaloosa. That's the one that we used to go to when we win like a big baseball game or something.
Uh-huh.
Which because it was like 30 minutes from where I live, so we go there. Or in high school, we go to Des Moines and play against other teams in Des Moines, and then go to remember Coleridge Mall.
Oh, yeah. Those in before West Des Moines got big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd go in like it was really cool because you'd see like Sharper Image or something. I don't know if it's around anymore. So
You're
you
like,
check
it's
out,
like
all the
space
cool
stuff.
technology stuff.
Sharper Image for a kid from Iowa has got to just be mind-blowing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was like from small town. Yeah, you go into the big city like that. You're like, what the heck's this?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I love that.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, Josh. We appreciate it, man. I hope you have a really good morning. So where did you go as a kid that was just such a special treat?